Hello, everyone. Welcome to this new installment of the Wrestling Analyst. Today, we're taking a look at what happened on Raw, December 5th, 2022. Here we go. So, the show starts with the Bloodline coming to the ring, um, and they show a segment where when they arrive, they attacked Elias. So, they say they won't fight Elias and Riddle tonight, and blah, blah, blah. Uh, Riddle comes out, says, "Well, you may have put Elias out of commission, but I've got a new partner, and the partner is Kevin Owens." So, first match, Kevin Owens, Matt Riddle versus the Usos for the tag team championships. Uh, the war between the Bloodline and the Kevin Owens is far from over. Uh, what I think will happen is that uh, it's going to carry on until Sammy's face turn, which should be coming in the next few weeks or maybe a month. Around the Royal Rumble, I think that's where it's going to happen. Uh, Riddle still wants to beat the Usos to get the tag team championships. Since he lost the Raw tag team championship with Randy Orton to the Usos. Usos win with the 1D on Riddle, and after the match, the Bloodline starts hitting on Riddle. Kevin comes in with a chair, chases them out of the ring. The only guy left in the ring is Solo Sikoa, who starts to do a number uh, on Riddle and paying homage to his late uncle Umaga, uses a Samoan spike on him, and then uh, the Uso move where they run diagonally in the ring with their butt in the face of the guy, but this time was with a chair around the neck of Riddle. So, did they injure Riddle in the process? I don't know. We'll see what's going to happen next Monday on Raw. Then we had first segment of JBL's invitational poker invitational tournament. Uh, I won't come back on this because there was two or three segments during the evening. This was just to set up one or two or three matches during the night. Actually, it set up two. Uh, it set up two matches: Dominic Mysterio versus Tozawa, and the other one was the OC versus Baron Corbin and the Alpha Academy. So I'm not going to talk about it anymore, uh, except that the angle was pretty funny at some places, but it was just to set up a couple of matches and show that JBL is showing how to cheat to Baron Corbin. So on to match number two. So match number two, first triple threat match to establish who's going to face each other next week for the number one contendership to Bianca Belair's title. So this one was Asuka versus Rhea Ripley versus Bayley. Bayley would like to go back to get another shot at Bianca for the title. Rhea was a number one contender during the summer, but then she injured herself. She had a brain injury. Let's say it was a concussion. And Asuka right now is being used as enhancement talent. She's putting people over more than she's winning matches right now, which I find is a shame because Asuka is so good in the ring. But that's what happens in wrestling. Sometimes you're on top, and then you're going to put people over, and then they're going to put you over, and you're going to go back on top, and that's how it goes in wrestling, basically. So Bailey is in the ring. She's doing her thing. She's talking, and then she's interrupted by Becky Lynch. She confronts her and says that she wants to have a match with her and whatever. So the rivalry between Bailey and Becky is developing slowly but surely. Okay? So now, Becky goes out of the ring. She goes to backstage, but then Rhea Ripley comes out to her music, and Becky and Rhea confront. So more heat there. So two potential feuds for Becky, Bailey, and Rhea, and both would be awesome. But for now, I want to see Bailey versus Becky more than I want to see Rhea versus Becky. The reason why is simply because I think Rhea should be going for the Raw Women's title. Asuka would like a crack at the women's title too, but like I said, right now she's used as enhancement talent. Uh, she still put the Asuka lock on, broken by Ripley. Then she puts the armbar on Ripley, broken by. She puts the armbar on Rhea, and it's broken by Bailey. Bailey wins the match with the Rose Plant on Asuka. After the match, Rhea starts beating up on Asuka. And that's basically it. So then we have a segment with Seth Rollins. Says there's going to be a number one contenders match next week between himself and Lashley. A brawl ensues between both of them. And that's basically it. So let's go to match number 3. So match number 3, Mustafa Ali versus Austin Theory. Now this match was made earlier on backstage. Ali challenging, saying that he wants a match with Austin Theory, and Austin Theory just says, "Okay, you want a shot? I'll give you a shot," and gives him a shot at the U.S. title. So basically, Ali, what he wants is to have his first major title in WWE. And of course, Theory wants to keep his title. Now, match was very good. Ali and Theory just traded the advantage just throughout the match. And match ended in a disqualification. Theory wins because of Dolph Ziggler's interference. Now, if we remember some weeks ago, the first match Theory did after his, let's say, focus turn, let's call it like that, since he's more focused than when he lost the Money in the Bank, okay, when he failed to cash in. First match after was against Dolph Ziggler, and he injured him storyline wise, not for real, but they made a storyline injury for Ziggler, and so basically the three of them, Theory takes back the advantage on Ziggler and Ali. So Austin Theory comes out on top, very strong from all this. But now Ziggler will have not Ziggler, but Theory will have to deal with Ziggler. He's going to have to deal with Ali, and he's going to get a number one contender next week from the match, Seth Rollins versus Bobby Lashley, which will take place next week. Then we have a little segment with Bianca Belair. Who do you think you want gonna face, and for the title after the little tournament? Let's call it like that, for the number one contendership. She says she doesn't care. Basically saying that whoever it's gonna be, I'm gonna beat him. So let's go to match number 4. So the OC versus Chad Gable Otis and Baron Corbin. Now, this match was made because of the cheating tactics of Corbin in the Poker Invitational Tournament. And well, what's to say between for this feud? Let's just say it was to give the OC a big win, at least a win after the loss against Judgment Day last week. Uh, and it's a shame, again, I'm going to say it. I think it's a shame that Chad Gable is doing job after job after job because he's such a good worker, good wrestler, very underestimated, but something is brewing in there. I'm not going to think too much about it right now, but usually when you're on a big losing streak like that, there's something brewing. So let's keep an eye on that for the future. Now, the OC win with the Magic Killer on Gable, so that gives them the big win. Is that going to be a new feud between the OC, Corbin, Alpha Academy? We'll see. Or was it just a one-off? I'm not sure right now. Maybe we'll know more next week about that. So let's go now to match number 5. So Dominic Mysterio versus Akira Tozawa. Basically, this match is to give Dominic Mysterio a win. Basically. Tozawa has been used as enhancement talent for years now, or comedy act like with his wedding with Tamina, the 24/7 title. So, and Tozawa is a great wrestler. Don't get me wrong, but he's been used as an enhancement talent, so he's only there to put Dominic over. Dominic wins with the frog splash, and that's just to continue to establish Dominic as a singles competitor. And after the match, he wants to continue beat up on Tozawa, but the Street Profits interfere. So is that the start of a feud between the Street Profits and Judgment Day? Possible. Would that be just to set up Judgment Day for maybe a tag team title run or a tag team title attempt, or just to build the Street Profits comeback towards the tag team titles? So anyway, so that match was to basically continue building Dominic Mysterio as a singles competitor. Then we had a little segment in the back with Adam Pearce and Bobby Lashley after what happened in the brawl between him and Seth Rollins, where he speared an official. Adam Pearce basically asked Lashley not to do this anymore, even though it was an accident. On to match number 6, which is the main event. So main event of the evening, Alexa Bliss versus Nikki Cross versus Becky Lynch. So the second match to determine who's going to face Bayley next week for the number 1 contendership for Bianca Belair's title. Now, earlier in the night, we saw Alexa Bliss warming up a little bit, doing stretches with Lily there, just like that. And then with screens in the back, and then you see Bray Wyatt's symbol flicker there. So again, another tease for Bray Wyatt taking more and more control of Alexa Bliss, probably. And onto the match. At one point, Bliss teases the Sister Abigail move that she was using when she was with Bray Wyatt. So is that a way to show that Bray Wyatt is taking more and more control of Alexa Bliss? I think so. Match was good, like a lot of matches involving the women in WWE. Lots of clothespin, lots of classic spots in the three-way matches. And at one point, I thought Becky would win that match. Um, the first match, I thought Rhea would win. So for my predictions on Raw, I'm 0 for 2. So, uh, like I said, Becky was there, and just because Bayley doesn't want to face Becky, that was made kind of clear in the earlier confrontation between the two. She probably sent Io Sky and Dakota Kai to interfere in the match to make sure that Becky doesn't win. And they double powerbomb Becky through the announce table. So that gave the opportunity for Alexa Bliss to land her Twisted Bliss and win the match. So that's it for Raw. From this video here, because I know that my videos are pretty long sometimes, goes in more over 25 minutes. So I'll try to resume less, make less of a match resume, and maybe focus more on what the match result means for each wrestler. So I'll try to make them shorter from now on. And maybe put in, like I just did with Alexa Bliss, put in a little bit of impressions, where it's going, where the story is going. And like I said, try to make those shorter so that it's more enjoyable for you guys. And we'll see how it goes. So have a nice day. Enjoy. There's deadline Saturday. Hope you enjoy that from NXT. I'm going to be back tomorrow to make my predictions on those on that event. So see you soon.